Welcome to our affordable meal series featuring the local Dollar General with fresh market produce, where saving money and eating well go hand in hand. Each week, we're showing you how to turn your Dollar General grocery finds into delicious, budget-friendly, and nutritious meals for your family. No fancy ingredients, just real food for real life. Let's get cooking. Hello, and welcome back to the Bullitt County Health Department's Test Kitchen. We are so excited to be hosting our second annual Affordable Meal Series, where we're trying to find meals under $20 that can feed at least a family of four. So we're really excited to have you guys here with us again to host in. Again, you can look at our YouTube channel from last year. There's quite a few really good recipes on there. So this year we're kind of branching out a little bit. We did visit the Lebanon Junction Dollar General store earlier this week because they do have a fresh market. So they've got some fresh fruits and vegetables, as well as some other great produce like onions and potatoes, corn on the cob, things like that that you can't normally get at all the Dollar General stores. So especially because Lebanon Junction is honed in with somewhere where there's not a lot of other grocery store options, it's really nice that they have that fresh market there to be able to get some of those fresh fruits and veggies. All right, so today we are going to start with what could be a dinner, but it could also be a quick together lunch. You can either kind of package it for your kiddos to make at the lunch table, or you can also do it at home as well for a quick bite here and there, or you could do it at work as well. So this quick little recipe, we're going to talk about it real quick. So what we found at the fresh market was this delicious Yucatan guacamole. This stuff is so good. It's got some really fresh lime flavor in it. It's got a lot of garlic in it. I did sample it before, and it is really, really good. So I'm not a fan of all purchase guacamoles, but this one is definitely worth repurchasing. So don't be afraid to go with that if you really like guacamole. Avocado is an excellent fruit for you. It's got a lot of fiber in it. It's got really good healthy fat in it, so it's good for your body. It's good for your digestion. It's good for your brain. So it's really, really nice ingredient to be able to have at the fresh market section of the Dollar General store. We also got some trusty tuna. So tuna comes great, good protein that's going to have lots of bang for your buck. So this one little can right here is going to have 26 grams of protein for the day. So nutritionally, we want to have between half a gram and a gram of protein per pound of weight that you are. So if your kiddo is 50 pounds, then you want them to have between 25 and 50, depending on how active they are. So if they're really active, they got a lot of things going on after school. 26 grams of protein for them, and this one can of tuna is really beneficial for their lunchtime kind of thing, and even for adults. So just so you know, we got that going on there. And then we've got our crunchy Tostadas here. So this bag of Tostadas was there. This whole thing is very reasonably priced. I'll have the price breakdown in the video, so you'll be able to see that in the slides, so you know exactly how much this costs to be able to do the servings for, let's say 2 Tostadas per person. You'll see the price breakdown in that on the next slide. All right, so for this recipe, we're going to start with chopping up half of a yellow onion. So we're just going to slice this right open here and just get that started. And then with the onion, we're also going to add in the 2 cans of tuna. Now, as I had previously talked about, we'll just chat about this while I'm chopping up this onion here real quick. So the tuna is an excellent bang for your buck when it comes to protein. So nutritionally speaking, you want between a half a gram and a whole gram of protein per pound of weight. So whether that's you or your kiddo, depending on how much energy you're exerting. So let's say you're weightlifting, going to the gym a lot, or your kid's in some hefty sports after school. If they got a lot of extra energy going out, then that's when you want to increase that protein level to more than half of a gram. If you're more of a low sedentary, if they're not doing a lot of extra exercise, or if you're sedentary, you got a desk job and you're not doing a lot of exercise, you can stick closer to that half a gram per pound of weight because you're not exerting as much energy. If you were to start boosting in that exercise, weightlifting, things like that at that point, or if you're doing lots of cardio, or if your kid's doing lots of cardio, that would be an opportunity you might need at that point to boost up the protein. Or if you're just noticing that you seem to be more hungry all the time, then that would also be another good option as well. So just keep that in mind as you are considering what your protein level should be. We did half a yellow white onion or sweet onion into this with 2 cans of tuna. And then we're just going to season it up very gently with some pepper, a little bit of salt, And I'm going to add a little bit of cumin for some like smoky flavor to it. If you're not really into seasonings, that's okay. You don't have to add it in. So I'm going to do some cracked pepper in here. And we don't need to do a lot of seasoning to this because we are going to be adding the guacamole to it. So instead of doing it like you would do like with the tuna, like a tuna salad with mayonnaise or something, we don't necessarily need to do that because we're going to be putting it in with the guacamole. So a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, a little bit of cumin here just for a little smoky flavor, nothing too much. And then we're just going to mix that together in our bowl. You could also add a little bit of lime juice if you wanted to kind of add in that extra. You could do a little bit of chili powder if you wanted to kind of lean more into that Mexican flair. Or you could even add a little bit of mayonnaise if you wanted to add a little bit to it, but it won't be necessary because we're going to be adding in that guacamole to kind of add that creaminess to it. All right, so this is super simple. This could be for lunch. You could also do this for dinner if you wanted to make like tuna melts with it. You could shred up some cheese, put them on the Tostadas, warm them in the oven for a little bit, and then top it with some guacamole if you wanted to add a little bit more of a heat to it. But for today's, we're just going to kind of do this as a simple either no-cook dinner or a lunch option. All right, so now we are ready to assemble these. So we're going to start by topping with our guacamole. So I've just got a little spatula here, and you can see this is really beautiful. It's got lots of fresh cilantro and tomato in it. So we're just going to put a dollop of that onto our Tostita and just kind of press it in there. And then we're just going to take some of that tuna there and we'll sprinkle that right on top with the onion. And then you could also dollop it with a little bit of cherry tomato on top if you wanted to. And then just create this, and this would be your beautiful lunch or a cold dinner option. Again, like I said, you could heat this up if you wanted to and make it more like a tuna melt with some cheese and then just use the guacamole to kind of top it. But this is an excellent source of a quick lunch option, excellent source of protein, getting you those good omegas, good fiber, good fat in both the tuna and in the guacamole. And here's a roundup of our nutritional facts. A serving size is 2 tostadas, 300 calories, 26 grams of protein, 25 carbs, and 8 grams of fiber. Thank you so much for watching our Affordable Meal series. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to build a healthy, safe, and thriving community with you.